Imagine a world where every vehicle on the road knows the exact route that not only gets you to your destination fastest, but also reduces pollution, saves fuel, and even helps the planet heal. Sounds like science fiction? Well, what if I told you that this future isn't as far away as it seems? Artificial intelligence, the technology behind self-driving cars and smart navigation apps, could soon take over the decision-making of how we move through our cities, and in doing so, could play a key role in fighting climate change. Think about traffic. Every day, millions of cars crawl through gridlocked streets, engines idling, emitting tons of carbon dioxide. But imagine an AI system that doesn't just look at the shortest distance. It calculates the cleanest route, balancing speed, energy consumption, and environmental impact. By rerouting thousands of cars in real time, it could drastically cut emissions without us even noticing a delay. Your morning commute could become part of a massive planetary strategy, all while you sip your coffee. Now consider the possibilities for logistics. Delivery trucks, ride-sharing vehicles, even emergency services. If all of them were guided by AI designed to minimize environmental impact, the results could be staggering. Less fuel wasted, fewer emissions, and reduced congestion. Cities could breathe cleaner air, and areas long plagued by smog might finally see clearer skies. What if your daily trip to the grocery store became an act of global responsibility, with AI quietly orchestrating a symphony of optimized movement across the city? But the potential doesn't stop at city streets. On highways, AI could coordinate thousands of vehicles like a perfectly choreographed dance. Instead of stop-and-go traffic, cars would travel in synchronized flows, reducing energy waste and accidents. Smart highways might even communicate with vehicles to suggest speed adjustments, lane changes, or even pauses at the optimal time to minimize environmental impact. The future of driving could be less about racing to a destination and more about collaborating with machines to save the planet. This brings us to the big question. How would this AI know what's best? Using massive amounts of data, from traffic patterns to weather conditions to energy grids, AI could analyze every factor affecting our carbon footprint. It could even learn from each journey, constantly improving the system. And the best part? Humans wouldn't have to lift a finger. Your car might be silently contributing to a cleaner, smarter, more sustainable world while you focus on your day. Now here's something to think about. If AI could optimize our routes to help the planet, would we trust it to make decisions that affect our lives, our schedules, and even our safety? That's the question society is starting to face, and it's closer than you might think. Let's take this a step further. Imagine entire cities where every vehicle, bus, truck, and delivery drone is connected to a central AI brain. Not just cars making isolated decisions, but an entire network moving in perfect harmony. Traffic lights, highways, parking lots, even pedestrian crossings, all coordinated to reduce emissions, save time, and protect the environment. This is not some distant utopia. Researchers are already experimenting with AI-driven smart cities, and the results are fascinating. In such a system, your daily drive would feel seamless. The AI would anticipate congestion before it happens, redirecting vehicles to prevent gridlock. Emergency vehicles could glide through traffic, deliveries would arrive faster, and rush hour stress would almost disappear. But here's the kicker. Every action would be guided by a single goal, reducing humanity's impact on the planet. Each route chosen, each stoplight timed, every lane adjustment would be a tiny contribution to fighting climate change. You'd be part of a global experiment in sustainability without even realizing it. Now, think bigger. What if AI could optimize not just traffic, but energy consumption across cities? Electric cars could be routed along paths where renewable energy is most abundant. Charging stations would manage peak loads efficiently. And even autonomous ride-sharing fleets could operate in ways that balance convenience with environmental responsibility. Your choice to hail a ride or drive your own car could automatically become a vote for a cleaner, smarter future. And the what-ifs don't stop there. What if AI could predict the environmental impact of human travel days in advance? Picture a system that calculates carbon hotspots for the week, then guides vehicles along routes that balance convenience, cost, and emissions. On days when pollution levels are dangerously high, AI could even suggest alternative schedules, reroute delivery trucks, or adjust public transit operations. Suddenly, Your morning commute isn't just getting you to work, it's part of a city-wide, planet-saving strategy. But here's the fascinating part. The more data AI receives, the smarter it becomes. Every trip you take contributes to a massive learning system. Patterns emerge, anomalies are corrected, and cities evolve into living, breathing ecosystems optimized for sustainability. In theory, one day, entire countries could function like a single planet-conscious organism, with AI making instantaneous decisions to reduce global emissions. And yet, this vision comes with questions. How much control are we willing to hand over to machines? Would people accept a system that prioritizes environmental impact over personal convenience? Could AI ever perfectly balance human needs with planetary needs? These are ethical and technological challenges we're only beginning to explore. So, as you picture AI guiding cars, buses, and trucks with precision, imagine the scale. Millions of daily trips, each contributing to a global mission to save the planet. This isn't just about traffic, it's about humanity rethinking how we live, move, and interact with our environment. Now, let's imagine AI doesn't stop at city streets or highways. What if it controlled entire transportation networks across countries, or even the globe? Picture air travel. Thousands of planes constantly rerouted to minimize fuel use and emissions. Flights could be timed to reduce congestion in the skies, optimizing every takeoff and landing for efficiency. Even shipping routes for cargo ships could be calculated to cut carbon output dramatically. With AI at the helm, the world's movement could become a delicate, highly optimized system, with every journey contributing to planetary health. And what about the what-ifs that feel like science fiction? Autonomous vehicles could communicate with weather satellites, rerouting themselves to avoid storms while still taking the cleanest, most efficient path. Imagine self-driving cars and trucks traveling together in synchronized convoys, drafting off each other to reduce energy consumption, like birds flying in perfect formation. Delivery drones could plan routes to minimize overlapping trips, reducing traffic on the streets below. The future of transportation might be less about speed and more about intelligent coordination, a world where efficiency and sustainability are the new currency. But the ripple effects go even further. AI could help prevent environmental disasters before they happen. Imagine flood-prone cities where self-driving vehicles are automatically redirected to safer zones, while emergency fleets optimize evacuation routes. Or forest regions where AI guides drones to deliver firefighting supplies with pinpoint accuracy. Transportation becomes not just a convenience, but a critical tool in protecting lives and ecosystems. In this scenario, every vehicle on the planet is a node in a living network, constantly learning and adapting to protect both people and the environment. Now let us consider an even bigger leap. What if AI started managing global supply chains with planetary impact as the top priority? Products could be shipped via routes that maximize efficiency and minimize emissions. Factories could schedule production based on renewable energy availability, and cities could balance traffic to reduce congestion and pollution simultaneously. The scale is staggering. Imagine billions of daily decisions, all guided by AI algorithms designed to protect the planet while keeping society running smoothly. Of course, with such power comes responsibility. The systems controlling our movement could face ethical dilemmas. Should AI delay a delivery to reduce emissions or prioritize speed for a critical need? Could it balance the needs of individuals against the needs of the planet? And most importantly, would humans trust AI to make these decisions? These are questions we must confront before this vision becomes reality. But they also highlight the incredible potential of combining technology and environmental responsibility. So, as you imagine this network of self-driving cars, planes, drones, and ships, consider the impact. Entire nations moving in harmony, emissions reduced, cities breathing easier, and lives saved. What if AI could truly guide humanity toward a sustainable future? It's not just a dream, it could be the next evolution of transportation. So far, we've imagined AI controlling cars, planes, drones, and shipping networks, optimizing every journey to protect the planet. But here is the exciting part. This future isn't just for tech companies or governments, it is for you. Every decision you make, every trip you take, could be integrated into this AI-driven ecosystem. Your daily commute, your weekend road trips, even your online shopping deliveries could be part of a massive planetary experiment in efficiency and sustainability. Picture this. Your navigation app doesn't just find the fastest route anymore. It suggests the path that reduces fuel consumption, lowers emissions, and even helps cities breathe cleaner air. Your choices start to matter on a global scale. AI could reward environmentally conscious travel, maybe giving electric cars priority lanes, or suggesting carpool routes that cut emissions by half. The roads, highways, and skies become part of a living system, constantly learning and improving while you remain effortlessly connected. And what if AI's role goes beyond optimization? Imagine gamifying sustainability. Your AI assistant could track your eco-friendly trips, offer rewards for reduced carbon footprints, and even integrate with smart city programs to influence urban planning. Every ride, every route could become a small but meaningful contribution to saving the planet. What seems futuristic today could be the standard tomorrow, and you could be part of it from day one. Now, let's consider the what-if possibilities that push the imagination further. What if entire cities were designed around AI-guided transportation? Streets, buildings, and infrastructure optimized for environmental impact, with human and vehicle movement perfectly choreographed. What if autonomous electric vehicles carried out deliveries overnight when roads are empty, dramatically reducing congestion and emissions during the day? Even public transit could become smarter, with buses and trains adjusting schedules in real time to meet demand while reducing waste. The truth is, AI's potential to save the planet is enormous, but it will only work if humans participate. Every trip you take, every route you choose, can contribute to a smarter, cleaner, and more sustainable world. And here's where you come in. Start thinking about your own travel habits. Use navigation apps that prioritize eco-friendly routes. Consider carpooling or electric vehicles. Support companies and technologies that embrace AI for sustainability. Your actions matter, and when combined with AI, they can create change on a global scale. So here is my challenge for you. Imagine a world where your next drive is not just a commute, but a conscious choice to help the planet. Picture AI guiding millions of vehicles like a symphony of efficiency, reducing pollution, saving energy, and creating cleaner cities. You don't have to wait for the future to start. It begins with your awareness and your willingness to embrace change. If you found this vision as fascinating as I do, don't just watch, join the conversation. Comment below with your thoughts. How would you feel if AI guided your trips to save the planet? Share this video with friends who care about the future. And most importantly, subscribe to stay updated as we explore more what-if scenarios where AI, automotive innovation, and environmental responsibility collide. The future is closer than you think, and it could be driven by AI, one intelligent route at a time. Are you ready to take that journey?